Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. Hopefully you guys have had an awesome holiday so far. Some of you are probably still on break. I know people that are in school usually don't have to go back till sometime at the end of January. When you get to college, it's so much better. A lot of you asked for a video where I talk about like all my favorite stuff and stuff I did not like from the past year. So I'll talk a little bit about that, but I also just wanted to say a big thank you to all of you guys for being so awesome. I know the giveaways I do are like a small way of doing that, but I'm always looking for new ways to interact with you. The Twitch live Q&As that I started to do with Legend of Korra is one way, so there might be more of those in the future. Since it's the holidays and we could all use like a giant Zoloft, just like a giant aspirin pill, I'm gonna start with all the fun stuff, all the stuff I love the most. Starting off with January. January, easily, Sherlock, probably the best way to start off a new year. I know there's no Sherlock this year, but don't worry, they're doing a Christmas special, they'll be back next year. It's like one of those shows that even if you're not like a huge Benedict Cumberbatch fan, it's really amazing to watch, just the way they put it together. It looks beautiful, it's funny, it's crazy, it's great drama, and they always put it on Netflix eventually, so even if you don't catch it when it's first on TV, you can still watch it now. I always love shows more if they put them on Netflix, just because it's so hard to find shows that everybody can watch. I always try to do videos for stuff that I know that everyone's going to be able to watch. Let's see, moving on to February. So February is pretty much like when everything comes back. Like all the shows come back, people are back in school, it's like back to normal schedules. There are a lot of new shows that I started doing this year, but this past year, it was pretty much the comic book stuff that came back in January, like Walking Dead, Arrow, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The second half of those seasons was so much better than the first half. Like Walking Dead season 4, first half of the season, generally pretty lethargic. Second half of the season is when it got crazy. It was the same deal with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I mean, the first half of season 1 was just so all over the place. Generally, when people ask me when to start watching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I say maybe like the last couple of episodes of season 1 and then season 2. Game of Thrones comes back in April every year. That's really like, I really feel like that's my power hour. I'm never quite able to do like everything that I want to do or the way that I want to do it. Season 4 was a lot of fun, but what really makes it fun for me to make videos for Game of Thrones is because people are so engaged with the material. And they always want to learn more, so it's always fun to talk to other people who really want to talk about something. Sometimes the conversations you have about things that happen on TV are more fun than what happens on TV. It's totally bizarre, but it's just like what YouTube is all about. So generally, even when shows are like really inconsistent, even Game of Thrones was a little inconsistent in season 4, I'm still pretty happy, as long as there's an interesting conversation to have. Let's see, moving along. As like Game of Thrones slowly winds down, that's kind of when like the big comic book movies start dropping. I think Winter Soldier, probably one of my favorite movies of all last year. I'm not a huge fan of spy thrillers, and I'm not a big true crime fan, but I do love it when like comic book shows and other genres cross over with other genres and it gets really meta. Like Winter Soldier, yeah, it's a comic book movie, but really it's a spy thriller with comic book characters. That's one of the reasons why I think the story worked so well. That's why I think movies like the new DC's Suicide Squad movie will be more successful, because it's going to be a heist movie. It's not going to be a comic book movie. It'll be a heist movie with comic book characters. Think like a classic heist movie, Heat, only done with DC characters. So moving into summer, summer is really ruled by the comic book genre, like all things comic book and video games, just because everyone's on break from school, and even if you have a job, you have like that thing in your mind where you think that it's summer break, like you still think like you're in school. So like all the dials get turned up on everything. Everything gets turned up to 11 because summer equals fun. The funny thing is that it's summer in one place, it's gonna be winter on the other side of the world. So big shout out to all my friends in international countries. I always feel better when I post videos super late at night just because I know it's morning somewhere in the world. I would say of all the goals that I have this year, my goal is to actually stick to the schedule that I set for myself. It's like having 4 term papers due in the same week. Like it's the end of the semester, you have 4 10-page, 20-page papers due, you have to get them all done by Friday. The bonus is that it's like term papers that I'm super excited about, like a crazy episode of The Flash or a huge movie like Hunger Games or The Hobbit. A lot of you ask me about stuff that I really hate though during the year, like is there anything that you absolutely hated? Generally, I don't do rant videos, so anything you see me do videos for is usually stuff that I was really into, or if it's like an episode of TV that's not so great, I'll at least find something interesting to talk about. There was a lot of crazy shit that did go on, but it was all in real life, like it was all stuff behind the scenes, behind the emergency awesome, behind the blow. That was one of my favorite episodes of The Simpsons, when they did Simpsons Behind the Blow. No, I don't do a ton of blow, that's not my secret. Drugs are bad, don't do drugs. There were really like 2 big things that happened in my life this year. One, I had to find a way to quit my job without destroying my life so that I could do YouTube videos full time. That wasn't super hard, that was fun. I actually had to create a company to do that. There's actually an emergency awesome company, it's totally crazy. I'm still figuring that one out. The other part was I actually had to move to a new apartment, which as you guys have seen already. If you ever wondered why my videos look so weird in September, it was because it just took me forever to figure out how to get my apartment set up to do videos. I'm still trying to get them to sound better too, like the audio is getting better, slowly. Thank you everyone that responded to my question about the audio in my Star Wars video yesterday. Anytime you see something weird in one of my videos, or it doesn't look right, or it's not working, please let me know in the comments. I am super excited for next year, and not just because all the TV and the movies, all the awesome stuff that's happening. I got like this giant Minecraft blue quilt that I'm gonna be like hanging up here, so it won't look like really dull and gray now. I really do miss my old background, but that was in my old apartment. One of my roommates came out to me like in August and was like, hey, we need to move out by the end of the month. Thank you, come again. So you have like the oh shit reaction where you're like, I have to find a new apartment. That's actually a pretty common problem. I feel like we all have it at a certain point where it's like you have to move on a dime. Moving, getting divorced, getting married, finals, all some of the most stressful things that you could possibly do. There's always like little weird YouTube problems that crop up too. Those things bother me way more than bad episodes of TV. There's actually this really new YouTube problem, or maybe it's not so new, where YouTube isn't like showing people the new videos that you post. So like a lot of you might not see new videos when I post them. That makes me flip out more than anything else. So just in case, if you are worried about missing new videos or wondering when videos are posting or stuff like that, go into your subscription feed and turn on alerts for YouTube uploads. That's like one way, or you could just go straight to your subscriptions tab instead of going in your default feed, like that's called the guide. That's the part that YouTube is messing with. I do try to live tweet as much as possible and post updates on like Twitter and Facebook, so if you want to, there's links for that in the description too. And I know I talked about live Twitch Q&As. That's like a kind of a new thing that I've just started to try out. Mostly I stream games there, but I have started to hijack it to do live Q&As. I don't have a set schedule, but there's a link in the description. If you follow me on Twitch and you like connect the app to your phone, it will send you alerts whenever I go live. So like whenever I start streaming, you'll know. That's another funny thing too. Twitch does like a way better job of informing subscribers when the person that they follow is posting new videos. That's all part of the game, just part of the marathon, making it to the end of the year without everything blowing up in my face. So thank you so much to everyone for making it that much more enjoyable for me. Seriously, making YouTube videos is like the most fun thing that I've ever done in my entire life. Couple of quick updates. So I am working on a new Agent Carter video. I know a lot of you asked for a new Game of Thrones video, so I'll work on that too. But Agent Carter is gonna premiere on the 6th. So literally in like the next couple days, that'll be on ABC. International people, if you have a way to watch international shows, you know, maybe it's on the up and up, maybe it's not, that's probably what you're gonna have to do for Agent Carter, because I heard that in the UK, Channel 4 will not be airing it. I don't know if it's gonna be airing in other countries too. So check your local listings just in case, but if you do have an alternate way of watching TV, I would just watch it that way. So I'll leave you guys with this question. Are there any types of videos that you want to see me do that you haven't seen me do a lot of? I know live Q&As is actually like the new thing, so I am working on that. While you guys think about that, there's actually new mobile links up here you can click on for the same videos that I add annotations for over here. Click here to learn about the end of Star Wars Comics at Dark Horse. There's like a huge sale going on right now to the end of the year. It'll be done in a couple days. And click here to learn all about the new Daredevil show happening on Netflix. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have no idea how amazing you are. So let's all high five. I will see you guys tonight.